Good morning, friends, and welcome. I'm sorry, good morning. This is Christopher Aaron, and welcome to day 20 of our 21-day water fast. Wow, we made it. At least to day 20. We still got today and tomorrow to go, but I just want to just thank everybody for, who's been a part of this and who's been on this journey with us. Just want to applaud each and everybody. As usual, I try to always give you like whatever date, the number day that we're on, give you what it represents. The number 20 literally represents a complete and perfect waiting period. A complete and perfect waiting period. We call it the two tens. The two tens. The number 20 represents a complete and perfect waiting period. It's the number of universal service, the number of universal service. That's why, even if you're in the military, you got to put in 20 years before you can get your lifetime pensions, before you really get the good benefits of military, you got to put in 20 years. Go on most jobs. You can't get all the pensions and all the, the good stuff until you put your 20 years in. So the number 20 represents the number of universal service. You put 20 years in on your job, that's when things really start to, you can start, in most places, if you put 20 years on your job, you can get like 4 weeks of paid vacation. You may get the really good pension packet, or I know in the military, you got to put in 20 years to really get that, all the benefits that come with being in the military. So that's what the number 20 represents. Now, here's the thing, guys. Since we're in a new age, a lot of that stuff is changing. A lot of the companies, they're not giving, you're not getting maybe what you used to get when we're in a different age. In the Aquarius age, remember this. The Aquarian age is the age of the independent contractor, or the age of the entrepreneur. It's a new age. So a lot of those things that we used to get, retiring with a gold watch and, staying on one job for like 20 years or more, that's done. Now is the age of, if you have a job, that's great. Thank God, right? But you're probably going to need a side business, a side hustle on the side to advance, not to necessarily survive, because the job usually is good enough for people to survive and thrive. But to really move forward in this age, we want to all start thinking more entrepreneurial, where we own our own, or at least own a stake in the company in which we work. So if I work for a company, I want to be able to profit share. I want to be able to have some type of ownership in that company, so that, if something were to happen, I'm just not left out. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that and I bring it up because of the number 20 scenario, and because of the age that we're in. We're in the age of the entrepreneur. This golden age, and it's not gonna go back to the that industrial age thinking, or that agriculture, that agrarian age thinking. We're in the digital age. We're in the digital age. Remember, when 911 happened, that sparked the beginning of what we call the digital age. The digital age. 911 was the beginning. We talked about recently how in 1989, when the Berlin Wall fell, the World Wide Web went up. And that introduced the age, the information age. It signaled the end of the industrial age, and it ushered in the new age of information. When the Twin Towers fell in 2001, it signaled not necessarily the end of the information age, but the upgrade of the information age, which is what we call the digital age. The digital age that's where we're at right now. Okay. So when these events happen, they're not like, wow, they're not, just haphazard, just like what we talked about the other day, those 4 blood moons. You got to recognize when we have those 4 blood moons, okay? You guys should know the dates of those 4 blood moons. The first one was April the 15th, 2014. April the 14th, 2014. April the 15th, 2014 was the first blood moon. The second blood moon was October 8th, 2014. The third blood moon was April the 4th, 2015. And then the last blood moon of the 4 was simply September 27, 2015. Now, the purpose of the blood moon is simply as warning. All it is just warning that something's coming down the pike that we had to prepare for. I believe one of the warnings was this new presidential administration that's coming into office today. And and what the warning was is that we just got to, get our ducks in a row, make sure our houses, everything is in order, and that we just know necessarily what we're up against, and that we just prepare our hearts and our minds and our bodies for the long haul of evolution, and that we continue to learn everything that we have to, and embrace the technology of the new age. Okay, because there's a lot more stuff coming down the pike. Things may get worse before they get better, but they're going to get better. You just have to remain meek, keep learning. We just have to learn, and just continue to move forward. And that's it. And that's all. That's what we have to do. It's all about, learning. So since we're on day 20, I wanted to talk about, and this fast is really, it ushers us into a state of self-love. But before we can get to self-love, we got to get to self-care. And I just want to talk about in the monologue, guys, 20 things that we can do to really magnify the area of self-care in our lives. Since we're on day 20, I'm going to talk about 20 things that we can do to show a high level of self-care and give us the self-care that we need to usher us into self-love. Because without self-care, there really is, how much self-love is there? So that's what we want to talk about today. But again, remember that we are in a new age. Berlin Wall went down, the World Wide Web went up. Those things, that's pivotal. That's pivotal. Okay. Number one, out of the 20 things that we can start to do to show us self-care. Number one, I would say Reiki. Reiki is so cool, guys. I had my first Reiki experience back in December of 2005. A colon therapist friend of mine gave me a Reiki treatment for about 3 hours. It was unbelievable. It was probably more than 3 hours. I couldn't believe it was so long. And she did it happily. She gave me energy work. Reiki is a form of energy work. It's like an advanced form of massage, usually around the head area. And she gave me an amazing Reiki session, some energy work, for about 3-4 hours. I've never seen anything like it. I was like, I woke up, I fell asleep, and I woke up, I said, Darlene, you're not tired? She said, no, I'm loving it. I was like, well, keep going. So Reiki is a good thing for it. It just relieves a lot of stress. It's some deep energy work. You can really eliminate a lot of toxicity, mental toxicity, and it's a good thing in a self-care arena. So I highly recommend people that, looking to get, going to have a Reiki session done, because it's just really good. It's just really good. And if you go back to ancient Egypt, especially Cairo, Egypt, it means healing of the hand. The word Cairo literally means healing of the hands. That's where chiropractic comes from. Cairo, Egypt. The healing of the hands. There's almost nothing more powerful than touch. We heal with touch. When babies aren't touched enough, they can have they call it, there's a word for it, where they don't grow, or they can actually die sometimes if little babies aren't touching. Us as human beings, we need touch. We need tactile stimulation on a daily basis, like roses need rain. We need to be touched. You need to be touched. I need to be touched. I love being touched. I'm an affectionate guy. I wouldn't dream of being with a partner who didn't like touching, who didn't want to touch. I couldn't dream of sleeping with a woman and we're not hugged up and snuggled up at night. No, if you sleep with me, we're snuggling at night. You're not on your side, I'm on my side. You better come on over here. I don't know how people do it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't dream of being with a person I couldn't kiss and look, hold their face. Then that's life. That's just good. We need that. We call it tactile stimulation. Tactile stimulation. Affection. That is what heals. These are healing. The self-care stuff is healing. All of it's healing. All of it's healing. So Reiki. That's at the top of the list. Now, these are no particular order. I could add much more than 20. So if I don't say something that's a healing modality that could be on the list, I'm only listing 20. We can go farther than 20. So I may not list what you may think. So number 2 on the list is massage. Massage. Come on, baby. Listen, go on and get yourself a massage. Now, there's a lot, I used to have a massage therapist years ago who I used to go see her two or three times a month. Her name was Judy Hardaway. Judy used to say, Chris, come on, put me on her little massage table. She said, Chris, you just get birthday suited up, get naked up. And for 1 hour, I paid her like $50 for an hour. It was the greatest thing ever. And it really relieved a lot of stress and healed my muscles as an athlete. It was awesome. But guess what? What I found also, you can do that, or you can go to like the mall and go to like them little Chinese, those Asian massage little parlors where you pay like $15 for like 30 minutes. You sit in the chair and they come and they massage your neck, your shoulders. Those are great. Massage is a great self-care modality. Just getting a massage. You can massage yourself, or you can have a friend massage you, or you can have your spouse, your partner massage. But massage is great for self-care, and we all need it. We all need massage. Most people don't get touched enough. We don't get touched enough. We need to be touched. We call it tactile stimulation. Tactile stimulation. We have to be touched. We're created for touch. The skin craves touch. Your skin craves touch. It just does. It craves touch. So massage is number 2. Number 3 is a great energy work called craniosacral. I literally had my first craniosacral experience back in January or February of 2006. It was energy work. It was absolutely amazing. And it was a session that really blessed me, because I was going through a detox, and I had headaches. And so the craniosacral, it helped me, definitely eliminated the fever that I was going through, the migraine that I was experiencing. And it was just a great form of energy, right? So craniosacral is number 3 on the list, but it's a great self-care modality. You can Google it, and normally you can just you can go to like a little office they have, and it's just great. I enjoyed it. It's been about 11 years since I had my last session. Been a minute, but I remember when I was really hitting this lifestyle years ago. That really blessed me. I was getting those sessions done too, along with the Reiki. So craniosacral and Reiki, they're not the same. They're different, very much different, but they run in the same family. Number 4. Oh, this is good. Chiropractic adjustments. Chiropractic adjustments. It is just so good. It makes you feel so good. See, you don't want your spine to start to rot out. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't want to just continue to be off balance in so many things. It's so important, guys, to go and get a chiropractic adjustment just to make sure, because your spine and your vertebrae, these things are all connected. They control everything. You let that go, then nothing goes. The backbone is just what it says, the backbone of everything. We need our backs for everything. Our backs got to be strong and supple. So, and our spines, going to see a chiropractor, which again, the word chiropractic comes from simply what Cairo, Egypt. That's where it comes from. Healing of the hands, healing of the hands. It's a very powerful healing modality. Self-care. Going to get an adjustment. And the adjustment, usually if you go to a chiropractic office, they'll usually give you the first adjustment for free or very cheap. So you can come and get more. Okay. It's been a while since I had a chiropractic adjustment, but, so I'm due to, but it's a great self-care modality. Number 5 on the list, and I think this is so powerful, especially for people who are married or couples in a committed relationship, is eyeball to eyeball healing stare. It's where you grab your partner, you just love them by the face. You look at them. You look at them in the eyes. They look at you in the eyes, and you guys just stare at each other for 10 minutes or more. You just stare at each other for 10 minutes or more. And that's it. You look deeply into one another's eyes, because the eyes are literally the window to the soul. You look into the eyes of the person. It could be a family member, but usually it works probably, your lover is probably the person, but because you heal each other. You start to heal each other. You grab each other by the face, and then you look into each other's eyes, and then you just stay there for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll give you an example. If anybody ever seen the movie 12 Years a Slave? You ever seen the movie 12 Years a Slave? With God, I forgot the guy's name. He was a great actor. He still is a great actor. It's a great movie. Well, at the very beginning of the movie, before he was sold into slavery, him and his wife, when they went to sleep at night, they used to always just stare at each other deeply for minutes, for extended periods of time. That's what it did in the movie. I was always, that scene always fascinated me because that's a healing modality, you know. In the movie, Solomon Northrop, him and his wife, before he was captured, he used to always, they go to bed, they would always just, lay and stare at each other and rub each other's faces for extended minutes at a time. And so that's something that, that we got to get back to. We heal each other when we start to look deeply into each other's eyes, not just waking up in the morning when the alarm gets, bye, baby. Yeah, I'm getting up. No, time out. Don't just hop out of bed. No other wild animal on earth does that. Wild animals, when they wake up, they don't just run up and go. You watch a cat when the cat wakes up. A cat gets up, stretches, they raise up, dogs do, they yawn, and they're doing all types of stuff. No animal just gets up and go. And they're 10 times more athletic than we are. You know what I'm saying? So we just get up, soon as the alarm clock, or I don't use alarm, I've used alarm clock in years, but as soon as the alarm clock wakes up, we look, we're out of here. We got to go. Time out. Slow down. Take your time. And just chill. Stretch. At least 10 minutes. And that eyeball to eyeball healing stare is powerful. That's number 5, guys. Number 6 is what we call cryotherapy. Cryotherapy. This is getting very popular. CRYO therapy. It's cold. Cryo literally means cold. So what this is that, and these are very popular now. They're getting very popular, especially out west. I don't know how they are in the east, but in the west, it's like when you go to the studio and they put you in a cold chamber for a few minutes, and the temperature I think get down to like 30 degrees below zero. They put you in a cold air for like 3 minutes, but that's as long as you can take, and it's healing. It's very good. It's a heck of a technology, and it's cold there. It's cold air therapy. They call it cryotherapy. You can Google it. And I used to know a couple girls. I used to go there all the time and just they always wanted me to come and do it, but I never did. But it's a good way to heal. It's just a good way to that's one of the latest things that's going on right now. It's called cryotherapy. That's the cutting edge. That's the good stuff. That's late. Okay. Number 5. No, that's number 6. Number 7 is hot shower and cold shower therapy. I used to do this a lot, where you get in a hot shower, very hot shower, take a hot shower, you hop out and get right into a cold shower. Okay. Now you stay in there for maybe as long as you can take it in the hot water, and then you take it as long as you can take it in the cold water, and then you get back and you just go back and forth. That's hot water and cold water therapy. That's healing as well. It's good to shock your body from time to time. It's great to shock our body from time to time, guys. So I highly, recommend that at some point. Laughter. Laughter vibrates at the same vibration as love. It's at the highest level. The vibration of laughter is on the same spectacle as love. Laughter is powerful. Laughter is healing. Well, think about this. In a relationship, you're in a relationship, right, with a man and woman. What's the first thing when a relationship isn't going right anymore? What's the first thing that leaves in a relationship when it's rocky? The laughter. That's the first thing that leaves when things aren't going well in a relationship. The very first thing that leaves in a relationship when things aren't going well is laughter. But what's the first thing that, when things are going great in a relationship? Laughter's plentiful. Just like in a company. When you go to companies, when you work for a job or a company, a business or whatever, great businesses that are excelling, the laughter is high. When it's all business and everybody's buttoned up and walking on eggshells, whatever. It's not that those aren't the best. The best companies are the ones with the laughter. They're high-fiving. They're high-fiving and everybody's pumped because it's a team and there's a lot of laughter. Laughter is a telltale sign that you're in the right place, that the relationship is great. If you're not laughing with people that you're in a relationship with, whether it's an intimate relationship or just friendship, that's a clue that you're in the wrong relationship. Laughter is a healing modality and it's a telltale sign that you're in the right relationship. Lots and lots of laughter. Now, when I say laughter, I'm not talking about being a clown laughter, not like that. That's we ain't talking about being a court jester clown. No, I'm talking about laughter, genuine laughter. There's nothing higher. It's just the highest level. It vibrates on the same frequency as love, the highest level. So laughter, guys. Number 9 is sexual healing. Sexual healing. The Wicca, the women, the sexual healing women of Wicca, Mary Magdalene's crew. Yeah, that crew. Sexual healing is powerful. It's powerful. That's why men and women who are married, who gone through purification rites, obviously who are pure, and they're married, and they're having sex relationships at the highest level, and in a holy scenario, it heals them. It's very healing. I'm not talking about illicit sex. I'm talking about sexual experiences that are committed scenario. Nothing. I'm not talking. I'm just saying. In most of those cases with the Wicca, purification rites had to be observed, and it's a powerful scenario. The yoni of a woman is powerful, and vice versa. So sexual healing is a real modality. But again, when you go into the Magdalene scenario and with the Wicca and those women healers, the sex healers, the witches, that was great. But again, purification rites had to be observed, and matrimonial things, all that stuff. So sexual healing. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but that is. Number 10 is simply another modality of self-care. It's just simply going out and getting a manicure and a pedicure. How good do you feel when you get that? Women do it all the time. I always feel good when I get a manicure and a pedicure. I love getting manicures and pedicures. I don't know too many men that don't enjoy that. I wish more men would do it, but everybody needs manicures and pedicures. You just feel better. You look better. Come on, you got young. You just want your things just look nicer when you do. You just feel better. Who doesn't like to be pampered? You go to a spa or whatever like that. You just, yes, take care of me, dude. So manicures and pedicures. That's number 10 on the list of our self-care, because we got to start. Will you feel better about yourself when you do these things for yourself? I know I do. I started doing manicures and pedicures it was like 96, 97. I was like 21, 22 at the time, and I've always enjoyed it. So I encourage it. And I don't know, they call that metrosexual in men or whatever, but I call it self-care. I want my hands and feet to look a certain way, so why don't you go take, yes. I think that's macho-ness. Manicures and pedicures, it's feminine. So we all should do it. Number 11 is facials. Years ago, back like in 03, 02, one of my clients was an esthetician. She said, Chris, come on over. I'm going to give you a facial. An esthetician. So I had my first facial like around 2002, 2003, and it was a great experience. I enjoyed it. It is a modality in self-care, getting facials done. Now, I will say this. It's good to get, the avocado facials, the natural facials. You can get the charcoal facials with the clays, and there's so many different facials that you can do. Peach cream facials that are all natural, organic, no beelzebub. So facials are good. I would like to have I haven't had a facial in some time now, so I think I can use a facial. But so facials are good, guys. That's number 11 on this list. Oh my God, number 12. Number 12 to me is one of the most important, and we don't get enough of it. Hugging is number 12. Hugging is number 12. You can never get enough hugs. The great thing about hugs is when you give a hug, you receive a hug. Okay? We should be hugging all day, every day. Seriously. I'm a hugger. I'm very effective. Even with my boys, and I'm always hugging my boys. My friends, my good male friends, even my sons. I got 2 sons. When I'm always hugging my sons, always kissing my sons, And so hugging is real good. We don't hug enough. So hugging is good. Hugging is a healing modality. That's number 12, guys. Number 13. I used to do this a lot when I lived in Scottsdale, Arizona. which I lived there for 5 years. Sunbathing. I have never been up to a more sunnier place in my life than Scottsdale. It's sun. It seems like 360 days a year. The sun is out, booming. Sunbathing is powerful because the sun is a detoxifier. It brings toxins out. It makes you feel good. You feel charged. And as we always say, the sun is the father of all living things. We thrive. We're created for life of fun in the sun. We don't sunbathe enough. And if you live in a cold climate like Chicago, Detroit, New York, these big old cold cities, then if you can't get out in the sun, then baby, you got to eat the sun. How do you eat the sun? Raw fruits, raw veggies, greens, superfoods. That's you got to eat the sun food. So you got to put it in you. If you can't get out in the sun, you got to eat the sun. Start juicing, get the sun in you. But whatever you do, get the sun. You're not getting enough sun. You got to move closer to the equator. We all have a choice of where we want to live. So you can choose, or you can plan to choose, to sort of leave the big cities at some point, or at least be able to get away for about 3 months, 6 months out the year to get your sun quota. You got to get in the sun so you don't get depressed, because we tend to get depressed when we don't get enough sun. So sunbathing is 13. Number 14 is yoga and Pilates. Yoga and Pilates. Back in 2004, I got a book on yoga because I was interested. I was like, yoga, that's for girls. I used to think that's like, but no, yoga's for everybody, right? And I dated a woman in 05 who, and she got me into yoga. I'm still a beginner. I don't do it enough. I want to learn yoga and Pilates are good things with regard to self-care because it focuses on spiritual matters, your breath, flexibility, just so many things to come with yoga and Pilates. So highly recommend them. Highly recommend them. Number 15. Oh, this is something I do know. Really good. Running. Running is a form of self-care. It's very primal. It's a form of real freedom. And when I talk about running, I'm talking about either sprinting, I'm talking about long distance or short distance running. Those three aspects. You can sprint. That's more anaerobic, where you're going to use more of your muscles and get bigger. Or you can do the long distance. Long distance is 10 miles or more. I'm very comfortable with running that. Or short distance, just a 5K, 3 miles, 2 or 3 miles. That's fine too. 2, 3, 4 miles. Where you just go out and you go for a run. We are designed to run. The human being is designed to run. You're designed to run. It can be short distance, long distance. You can do sprint. You can run real slow. Doesn't matter. But you're designed to run. Life is movement, and running is primal. It is fun. It is stress relieving. I can't tell you guys how many times I'd wake up in the morning and go for a 20-mile or more run and feel great. It wasn't like work to me. It was like, it was a freedom, because that was my prayer time. That was my meditation time. I can get it all in during a 10, 20-mile run. Okay. Now I'm into long distances, but you don't have to run long distance. You can sprint. If you're in the sprint. If you're just running short distances, maybe a mile or two, that's fine too. We're not competing against each other. So running a mile or two is great, but you got to move, and running is good. So running is 15 on the self-care list. It's a form of self-care. Running is good. It'll bless you. It brings health. It does. You want to do enough. You don't have to stress yourself out either. It doesn't have to be hard. Number 16 is strength training and weights. Strength training is really good. Doing push-ups, doing the pull-ups, maybe doing some light weights. Those are great because it helps to sculpt and strengthen the human body. And we all feel better about ourselves when we have more muscle, when we're more cut on our frame, when we look a certain way. We just feel better. So that's number 16 as far as the self-care. Strength training, and it could be either with or without weights. Strength training. Number 17, this is a great one. The silent retreat. Going to a silent retreat and meditation for 10 days or more. I have friends that have done silent retreats. I've been asked to do a silent retreat, a raw food, leading into a 10-day silent retreat, is where you just go into the silence for 10 days. You go to a retreat and everybody is silent for 10 days. And some are longer than 10 days, but usually it starts at 10 days. And I hear the introspection and the self-awareness that comes out of that on the other side of that. It's just powerful. It's just absolutely powerful. So silent retreats are really good, guys. Silent retreats. That's number 17 on the list of 20 things that we can do with regard to self-care. Self-care is so important. So take this list, baby, to heart. 17 is silent retreat and meditations for 10 or more days. For 10 or more days. Number 18 is with regard to self-care, international travel for at least 10 days. Going outside the United States on a trip, vacation, or whatever, sabbatical for 10 or more days is a form of self-care. Getting out the country, learning about other cultures, seeing how the world works from a different perspective, leaving the US for a little bit, okay, and seeing how the world lives. So we can get the proper perspective of how the world really works. See, if we never leave the country, we're gonna have too micro a mindset. So to sort of macro us up and get us a bigger mindset, we gotta leave the country, baby. We gotta go see the world to see what else to see, to really appreciate what we got and to be able to understand other cultures. That's one of the great things, to appreciate what we have here in America and to understand other cultures and see, see how we can see what we can do to make the world better. And just to explore the world. This is our planet. We're not Americans, we're Earthlings. The Earth is ours. We're Earthlings. The Earth. You're not an American, you're an Earthling. The Earth is yours. You live in America, you was born in America, but the Earth is yours. We have a right to explore this Earth. We're Earthlings. Why do we confine ourselves so much? We're like, no, I'm not an American, I'm an Earthling. I'm an Earthling. I'm a child of light. I'm a child of God. I'm an Earthling. I want to see the Earth. I want to experience every inch of the Earth. I want to see what's up. I don't want to just be confined to just little, where I was born and raised. I want to go to Switzerland. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Italy. Yes, my hand is up. I want to go everywhere. Rome, all of countries. Yes, Antarctica. Give me I just want to experience. Well, Chris, how many times do you want to go? As many times as I feel like going. I may want to go 20 times or more. I want to go everywhere. So give me a long life so that I can explore the whole world as many times I want to go. I want to go to Paris. I just want to see and experience the stuff. Go to Brazil. I mean, right? Mexico. So why, so we're Earthlings. We're not Americans per se. We're Earthlings. International travel for at least 10 days. Number 19 on the list of 20 is colon hydrotherapy. This is such a beautiful self-care modality, guys. I had my first colonic September 1st, 2005. I was 31. September 1st is when I got my first colonic. And within a 13-month period from that point, from that day, I got about 20 to 25 colonics over 13 months. This is years ago. Colonics are such a self-care modality because what it does, it just helps you to get rid of so much old stuff in your life. And it comes out through your rectum. Colonics are great. It's a quick way to heal and get rid of mucoid plaque, parasites, and all the stuff that lives in our colon. Because step one of real health is going to come through cleaning the colon. Cleaning the colon. That's the seat of death or the seat of health. I went hardcore years ago with colonics. I think the blessing why I was so blessed is because the colon therapist was my girl. We started dating. She became my lady. 13 months. We was hardcore to this raw food and this colonic lifestyle. So I understand it from all the way, and I understand putting apple cider vinegar in the water or wheatgrass juice through the water to get a more efficient colonic. Highly recommend them. I've had more than enough. Trust me. I know what it's like to get on that table. So, and it's a great self-care modality. So I highly recommend colon hydrotherapy. Get the colonics. Enemas are great, but if you do an enema, you want to use the old school grandma, the red big old enema bag with warm water. Give yourself a really good enema. If you go to Walgreens and get the little fleet enemas, it doesn't go deep. It's okay, but if you do that, throw that solution that's in that. There's a solution when you get a fleet enema. The solution that's there, throw it out and replace it with either warm water or wheatgrass juice. Wheatgrass juice. Okay. If you want to give yourself a coffee enema, that's great too. I prefer the wheatgrass implants. That it always worked. But the red enema bag is more effective. But colon hydrotherapy, number 19 on this list, to me is more effective than all of them combined. Getting a colonic, it's not going to trump. So doing an enemy won't trump getting a colonic because it's just more. It's just more. It evacuates. Colon hydrotherapy. Number 20. This is a big self-care, scenario is only wearing clothes that make you that number one that you love to wear. Only wearing clothes that you love to wear, that you look and feel great in. Like if you got a closet full of clothes that you don't wear no longer, that you no longer wear or even like to wear, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Go to the Salvation Army or Goodwill and get rid of it. But only wear clothes that you love to wear. I'm starting to really get to that because I don't like to wear things that I don't really love to wear. I'm in the process of rebuilding my life, so I have to starting from pretty much ground zero. But I only like to wear things that I love to wear. Only wearing clothes that you love to wear, that you look great in all the time, that you look great in all the time. That's a self-care modality, and not wearing anything that you don't love to wear. I didn't say like, I said love to wear. Get rid of everything that you don't love. Surround yourself with love. Love. If you don't love it, get rid of it. Keep it moving. That's what it means by the less is more principle. You just have less things that you absolutely love. And then that creates the abundance, and that just creates so much satisfaction. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of things that I don't love. I don't want to wear anything that I don't absolutely love and that I don't look great in, or at least I think I look great in. You don't want that. You only want to wear things that you love because you feel better about yourself. And I think it's all about that. How do we feel about ourselves? It projects. I'm a better person when I feel better about myself. When I'm feeling good about me, the world benefits. The world benefits. And so, guys, that's our that's the 20 list of self-care things, but there's so many more that we can add on this list that I didn't put on the list. But since today is day 20, I just limited to 20 things, 20 modalities that we can do as a form of self-care, and which becomes self-love. But there ain't no self-love until there's self-care. These things are powerful, and they're just so awesome. I've experienced most of them many times. Most of the things on this list I've experienced many times. I haven't experienced cryotherapy. I've been anxious. I went to the office a lot, and they always say, "Chris, come on, do it." I just didn't do it because time. I just didn't do it. I should have done it, but I didn't. But most of the things I've done many times. So yeah. So this is the monologue, guys. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. And if there's any questions, anybody wants to go first in Q&A, the floor is yours. And if not, this is what I do. I want to go with P. P, talk to us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. That list was as yummy as the food that we're going to be eating.
Oh, wow. Really, P? Really?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, wow. Really? Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Wow. That's awesome, dear. That is so cool. I'm glad. I wanted to, that'll bless us. If we start doing those things for us, that'll be good.
yeah.
Yes. So what's up, P?
Well, you are just like too much. Coming from a male, this is like amazing. Yeah. Beautiful.
No doubt about it, man. I just think that I think it's important, Pete, for like for both men and women. You know, all the self care. I mean,
Yeah,
it's great. I mean, we all gotta take care of ourselves, right?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, wow. So P, are you doing good? Have you started drinking water yet today?
Yes, I have. I almost drank a whole one this morning.
For real?
Yeah, already.
Oh, good.
I got
Good
up.
for
I
you.
got up because I went to bed at 10. So I got up. Uh, probably I
Okay.
woke up like at 6. So I took some sips because I felt like I didn't want to be gulping down a lot at one time. So I got
Yeah.
up a few times and just had a good drink. So that was good.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. That's good. That's what's up. That's fantastic. So after that one, you got to get at least another one in. Get about two or three.
Yeah. Yep. I have
Yeah.
not been doing good on that.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. But but one thing you have been doing, you've been beasting through, dear. And my hat is so off to you because I know going through a process like this on nothing but water is not easy. And
Yeah.
so, I applaud you, dear. And you do it with a high level of grace and a really good attitude. And I'm
Thank
right
you.
with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. I want you. And I just refilled actually before the shower earlier. I refilled the water in the little Fiji bottle that I got here with obviously Mountain Valley too. So thank you. That's good. So thanks, P.
Thank you.
Makibra, are you still with us, Makibra?
Of course I am. I have been so blessed to just be able to get on these calls and stuff with you guys with no calls and interruptions from the city of Chicago.
Wow, that is a blessing. That's a blessing, dear. Yes, yes,
So
that's pretty good.
still here, right, tuning in.
Yes,
So
that's good. How did you like the list, baby? And I'm sure you've done a lot of the stuff too on the list.
actually, there's a place when you come to Chicago, I have to tell you about it or what have you, but that offers all of those craniotherapies and all the rest.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to go to them. Well, it was a little bitty German lady, and I think back in 2003, I was having some issues like with my stomach and stuff. And every time she would massage me, she was like, that would be the only place on my body that wouldn't relax.
Wow.
And come to find out, I had ovarian cyst.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for her, basically, taking the time, to see about me and all the rest, because I used to be in like horrendous pain, like every day. I wouldn't know what was going on. It's like, oh, you sure you're not pregnant? I'm like, you gotta have sex to be pregnant and all this other stuff because I was in so much pain. So the place that she worked at, she actually left and opened up a practice in California. I hadn't been out there, but the place that she worked at, they're all doctors in massage therapy, so they do all the cranial and all that other good stuff. They do the channeling, the energy. They do the pregnancy. So, oh yeah, I'm very familiar. Everything on your list now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have experienced quite a bit of them. So basically, just to hear it again, it's like, okay, you just really have to. I would always give people the analogy. You need to put yourself back on your calendar, and pretty much that's what I need to do for me this year. Put myself back on my own calendar.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, Makiba, do you run? Are you a runner? Do you sprint, run, any type of running? Or
Well, I usually do it just to stay lean, but I need to, I guess, take a different approach because, but not only that, I want to swim too, but I say we'll see how it work out. It's just basically putting me back on my own calendar, having the time to do the things that I really want to do because
no
so
doubt.
often than not, we're always catering to other people and their needs and all the rest. So basically, being a little selfish with myself this year.
That's what it's all about. Absolutely. That's good. That's good.
Hold on a
You
minute.
know,
Hold on a minute.
sure. Yep. You got it.
141.
So I think I'm looking at Janine. Janine, are you available, Janine? How are you? Janine Allen, is that you? Janine? Okay.
I saw her. I don't know if she's moving around or anything like that, but yeah. But I have
Okay.
to go. Work is calling.
Makiba, this has been a blessing, but I'm glad you had the that you joined for what you did, babe.
All right.
That's
Well, you
awesome.
all take care, and I will tune in. Morning.
That sounds like a plan, babe. Enjoy, dear. Enjoy the coconut water too. I know you're on it.
Oh
Have
yes, I have it in my bag right now. I have to go to the health food store and have a guy to crack it open for me.
Girl,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Yeah.
All right. Take care.
have a beautiful day.
Bye, Prima.
Bye, Makiba. Wow. Okay, okay, guys, I think wow. I think Janine, she's there, but she's not there. So I guess you know what? This is gonna be one of our shorter calls simply because and it's fine because we usually we don't have the people that's in which makes it a long call. But this is a great call nonetheless. Um I just as this is day 20, we got two sides today. We got one more day after today, and then this labor is done. So I just want to, encourage everybody to stay focused, stay prayed up and laid up if you can. That's one of the beauties of what I'm able to do right now is I can say lay. I don't have to move all over the place, and really just focus on your intentions on why you went through this process in the first place. So, thank you guys. Thank you for being a part of this. Drink your water, please. Continue to drink your water. And if you're on a juice drink, saturate yourself with the juice. And then we'll see everybody tomorrow. So stay strong, team. We'll talk to you later. That's the end of this. This is day 20, literally signing out. Take care, guys. Take care, P. Talk to you in a minute.